Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's wonderful to have you here, and I'm excited to give a little bit of insight about the program that Afrimat is sponsoring you to participate in. And at the end of the day, it's really exciting with the opportunities that will be coming your way. And we just want to say thank you so much to Afrimat for giving you this opportunity. Thank you, Gussie, for being here as well from Afrimat. And then yeah, I think firstly, just give an opportunity to Debbie Tag, our COO, just to do a little introduction of herself, just so that you know who she is. And then, yeah, we'll get the show on the road.
Thank you very much, Paulina. Welcome, everyone. I think something that's so fantastic is now with online, one good thing about COVID is that it doesn't matter where we are in South Africa, we can link together and work together as businesses. So as Paulina said, my name's Debbie Tag. I'm CEO with Smart Procurement. So it's a privilege for us to work very closely with Afrimat. We actually work with quite a few of Afrimat's mines. But a bit of background as to who Smart Procurement is, because it'll help you understand the context of the support in the program that Afrimat has put together specifically to support your businesses. So Smart Procurement actually has been training procurement and supply chain professionals for 20 years, which basically means we have the community of all procurement and supply chain buyers, not just in South Africa, but in Africa. So almost 12 years ago, when we were hosting things like conferences, etc., with this audience, we wanted to see how we could create better market access for small businesses, not just your big service providers and suppliers. And that's when we started getting involved as Smart Procurement in enterprise supply development, something that you may find interesting, you may know or may not know, but we also played a very big role in educating procurement buyers how to work with small business. So believe it or not, when they study their qualifications, like becoming a CA, there's nothing in their modules, in their formal training that helps them understand how to work with a smaller supplier. In fact, it's almost they're encouraged to work with only large suppliers. So I think specifically in South Africa, we're very privileged to have certain legislation that encourages localization and encourages growth of small business. So you're being part of now this program is, by the way, not just, okay, you're going to do training from A to Z. In fact, that's not our approach. Paulina's going to take you through that. We believe that you as a business are unique. You're at different stages. You have different dynamics. So something we don't do is just train for the sake of training. And you'll see that the clinic that Afrimat and Christy and team have invested in is going to work very much bespoke to what you need as your business. And it pretty much, by the way, is not training. Okay, so that's one very interesting element. But of course, now you become part of a very big ecosystem in South Africa. So to give you a sense, I think there's some numbers in there. We've been hosting the largest market access events and platform for 10 years now. So we probably work with about 20,000 small businesses. But more importantly, it's about linking businesses like yourself to this buying audience, to this procurement audience. And by the way, that is also something that's exceptionally unique because there are no other supplier development programs that have that kind of market access and are able to provide for it. So in fact, a lot of other organizations that do supplier development and enterprise development will contact us to help with market access. So we're very passionate. And one thing that you're going to work with, Paulina, but the idea for us is to open up the potential and the possibilities for you, not just where you're sitting now, whether it's in Nelspruit and Mpumalanga, your opportunities to actually do business with any company across South Africa, depending again what your business is. So that's the magic. So I encourage you to be part of the process, communicate, give feedback. It is a partnership. If you want to come through this program, literally saying there's a change for you in your business. And secondly, what we really want is that Afrimat as your client becomes one of many clients that you have. So one of the things is we'd like to see, we work with businesses like yourselves that are operating. And if you currently employ one person or 5 people, we want to double that just through the opportunities and helping, maybe tweaking certain things in your business that you're just not quite sure where to take next. And just to highlight again to that ecosystem, you now become part of this SME clinic, which means remember also that you're not just getting access to large buyers and companies and public sector entities. You're actually getting access to other medium-sized and small businesses, which, depending on what you do, I was listening to earlier, I think whoever does like residential development, the SMEs within this ecosystem are also ones that would use that product and service. So also sometimes don't always think you need to do business with a big SOE or a big bank. A lot of business is potential just amongst what I call, SME to SME. Anyway, you are in very good hands with Paulina. I think Nasha is also here from our team. And welcome to the smart procurement world, but also, whilst we are, let's call it a service provider in this program, we work hand in glove with Afrimat. So everything we do is with them. So they haven't just palmed you off to us. This is literally, excuse the pun, but we're going to tag team this. So yeah, all the best, enjoy. And I'm looking forward, as Paulina shows you, to hopefully meeting some of you in person at our very big event in September, but she'll talk to you about that. So it's a pleasure and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Debbie. I hope you all understand our smart procurement a little bit better. I guess I just wanted to check with you if you want just to say a word or two before I get into the presentation from Afrimat's side. Once again, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks so much, Paulina. Yes, I just wanted to say welcome to everyone that joined. I'm also very excited for the process. I think it's going to be very beneficial for all the suppliers as well as for Afrimat. Yeah, thank you so much, Paulina and Debbie, for the kind words. Yeah, and I think we're going to enjoy the process.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I think we are, us as a team understand from a smart procurement aspect the potential of what each of you have at gaining being part of this program. And we're so excited that you each have this opportunity. And I just want to give you a bit of an in-depth understanding of what is to come your way and what you can get excited about. So we basically work with a branch of our business called the SMME Clinic, which is the community that Debbie was talking about, that we have worked a while to cultivate a very cohesive community between SMMEs, networking opportunities, etc. And you'll be exposed to this opportunity to become part of this community. And it's not a community that will only be available to you during the program. It's something that you can be part of from here going forward. So it's something that you'll be introduced to now, but you'll have access to after the program ends as well. So I wanted just to give you a brief understanding of the timelines of the elements that will take place so that you have a better understanding of what will work or what will happen. So basically from April month going forward, 3 elements will start. The first element is what we call buyer introductions or linkages. I'm going to go into detail about each of these elements throughout the presentation. We will then also introduce the clinic consulting sessions, which is a one-on-one basic mentorship opportunity for you. And then our masterclasses, our SMME clinic masterclass sessions also start. Then in May, we have our virtual supplier matchup sessions. I'll give you a bit of understanding about that. And then events that you can diarize so long. In September, we have our annual ESD and DARBA conference, which Debbie mentioned earlier, which gives you, it's our biggest market access opportunity. So I'll give you a bit of information about what to expect there. And then in February 2025, we have our closing event, which will also be a supplier matchup in person and sort of the end of the program, a nice way to close it off. So this is just a little bit of information. I'm going to be sharing this presentation with you. So if you have in your own capacity an opportunity to discuss with team members from your company to understand if there's certain elements you want to share with fellow team members, any of your supporting staff that you want to grow them and help them to also be part of it, you're welcome to. It's not just limited to one person per company. You're welcome to involve your team members to participate in certain elements. Then you can share this presentation with them as well. So to start off with the linkage services, to give you an understanding of how this works, is the basis of market access is to try and expose your business to many other businesses within line of your target market. So when you submitted your online profile, there was a section that asked about businesses that you would like to do, that you would like to work with. So we use that as sort of a gauge to understand where your focus is. And with that, we use as an opportunity for us to understand which companies we can introduce your business to. But on the same side of that, at the same time, we share with you registration links from various companies within industries that are relevant to your business, where you can register to become vendors of these companies. Now, most often, companies prefer you to be a vendor of theirs for an introduction to be effective. The first step for most businesses to do work with you or to use you as a supplier, they would like you first to be a vendor, to go through their vetting process. So we, start off with that first step of sharing those links with you, where you have the time then to register your business. Some processes take a bit longer than others. And once you have gone through that process and you've received confirmation, you can let me know. And ultimately, I help you with the introduction to the procurement team, just as an introduction to understand your business, as well as, top of mind awareness. So sometimes people reach, the procurement teams may reach out to you individually. Sometimes it goes through their process of notifying of tender application opportunities. Otherwise, they sometimes ask us as well to set up a virtual meeting or a telephonic meeting with you, just to chat to you a bit and understand your business a bit more. So this is the linkage and business introduction section of it. Then next, we have our bi-weekly masterclass session. So our masterclass sessions happen every second week. So the next one coming up is the 18th of April, and it will take place every Thursday for 1 hour every 2 weeks from now until the end of November. I've just given a couple of dates here just so that you can see the flow of it, the subject matter that they cover, but it's all very relevant to SMMEs. It's not limited to SMMEs to participate, but it's really relevant. We also have a mass database of previously recorded sessions that you have access to from previous years. So I will share that link with you after the session, where you can go back and find, maybe you want to understand BEE affidavits a bit better. We had an amazing session a couple of weeks ago where we had a professional explain the difference between affidavits and what, are important elements of it. There's people that can assist with or that do sessions about tax compliance, others about how to sell your product strategically. So there's very relevant and applicable subject matters that are discussed at these sessions. So don't discredit it because you think that you may know a lot about one subject. Give yourself an opportunity to maybe learn a little bit more about things that you may not have known. Some of it is also about computer programs and how to access the AI, abilities of these programs to help you, take your business to the next level. All of this is for free and available to you. So please make use of these resources. Okay, next up is a bit about the supplier matchup session. So we have two types. We have in-person and we have virtual. The first one that you will experience will be a virtual supplier matchup. It's coming up in May. And ultimately what happens at a virtual supplier matchup is we have a variety of different companies. We keep them industry focused. So I believe our first one coming up is focused at manufacturing, but I'll bring up the calendar shortly. And ultimately the companies that participate get about a 30-minute slot, and they explain their procurement procedures and how you as an SMME can participate and try and, and apply to be a vendor, how, it gives you a platform as well. If you're already a vendor of these companies, if you have any questions about more exposure within their business, what are their current buying opportunities, so that, or sourcing needs of these companies, to help you just to know when to get your timing right. Because not every business will have a need for your service or product at the moment. That might be a seasonal thing. It may be something down the line. So it just gives you a better insight on when to approach these companies and when the timing is a little bit better. So that will be the first type of supplier matchup that you'll encounter. What I will do is share just a little bit of a training before our in-person supplier matchup, because that will work a little bit differently. And ultimately, when you do an in-person session is where you actually pitch your business to companies face to face. And it's procurement professionals and ESD team members from professional companies in a variety of different industries, because we like to try and make that as impactful as possible. And we do also target the companies that you share on your wish list. So we try to make sure it is as effective as possible. And ultimately, the goal is for you to approach them and to pitch your business in quick, sweet, short and sweet sessions, and to make yourself memorable, so that those teams that encounter maybe 100 different SMMEs walk away with going, oh, I remember Vusi. I know that he's someone that I want to talk to. So remember, when you encounter procurement professionals at a large setting, such as an in-person supply matchup, how to make your business stand out. Is there a flyer, a small A5 flyer that's got very particular information about your business that explains specifically what your offering is? Is there maybe a smaller business card that you can share with them? There's multiple ways. You don't actually have to give something. It can also be about your body language and the way that you discuss it. But I will share training with you on what we have to help you to prepare for our September event, because that is where we try to secure at least 30 different companies that you have an opportunity to engage with. Okay, so this is just about the online sessions that I discussed. So this is the calendar of upcoming supplier matchups events and the industry. So the industry that we are speaking about here is the buying companies industry. So we target businesses within the construction, facility management, manufacturing, etc., etc. So we go and find businesses, large corporate companies, maybe an example, Bidvest, for instance, Servest. We would target those within facility management, AFMS. So, we target those within those industries, and you can then prepare accordingly. How would you change your approach when you speak to a facilities management company and you're based in construction? Would you then rather say, okay, you have an opportunity for maybe maintenance, you have a building maintenance. Is that something that you can offer to them? To give more opportunities for your own business. Don't discredit businesses because they might not be directly related to what you offer. There could be potential. So it's just something to think about. We do have some past recordings of other companies that have participated in the last year. I will share this with you as well. You're welcome to go and watch these if you're interested in any of these businesses. Contact information is also part of these recordings, so you'll have a better understanding. And if you have any questions about these recordings, you're welcome to reach out to me. So when I'm talking about the SMME clinic, the consulting sessions, this is now, in my opinion, the golden nugget of the program, because you have an opportunity to work one-on-one with a mentor or a consultant who specializes in an area that you might need support in. So let's say an example, for instance, you just are not a professional, that's a bad word to use. You are just not exceptionally strong in marketing strategy. Maybe that's one area that you have never enjoyed and it's just something that you may need to work on. Then this is the perfect platform where you can go, I need assistance with understanding how to market my business better. What other platforms can I use, and how can I come across as a more professional business to attract the right type of people? So this is an opportunity for you. We cover multiple different categories. We don't have to be only marketing or selling specific. It can be about business strategy. It can be about social media. It can be about understanding how to design a website. You know, the opportunities are endless about what you can do here. And ultimately, our program director, Elmarie Koersen, she does an interview with you to understand where your main focus is and aligns you with a consultant that will tackle that with you. So you will have an opportunity to, you know, chat to her and get an understanding that you're both on the same page about what you want to achieve at the end of the day. And then you go forth and you go through the hours that you have been allocated. So my opinion is that these sessions are really beneficial to your business. And I urge you that when these introductions take place and when the sessions are set up with the consultants, that you take it seriously, that you come to the party, that you submit documents. Often they will want to understand your business a bit better when it comes to financials, when it comes to your product offering. They may ask, what is your, give us certain documentation from your business to understand where your business is at that moment. Submit it. You know, bring your half of the participation to make sure it's as effective as possible. For a consultant to work with very little information, the impact will not be great. So just a heads up, they may ask you, and it's only in the best interest of your business to help you succeed. All right, so moving on to the next element, we have part of our Indaba event that takes place in September. We have a show guide. And this show guide, all the SMMEs participating in our programs throughout this year get listed in the show guide. And this document gets shared with over 1,600, even more procurement professionals, that they have an opportunity to see, oh, Afrimat is sponsoring these companies. Great, they must be reputable. This is the industry that they are in, a little description about the company, and then they have an opportunity to engage with you. You know, even if it's after the event, when they have a sourcing need, that they would use that for a short or a quick access document that they can utilize. So what is important is, which I will be double checking, is the logo that you submitted on your online profile and the company description that you submitted is really important to, to make sure that it indicates specifically what your product is offering. It needs to be very little to do with how many years you've been in the business or what your BEE rating is. It should focus on, I'm a construction company that caters to the mining industry or specializes in the mining industry, and these are the 5 or 6 different services that I offer. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm going to go through all of the things that have been submitted, and I'll pop you an email if there's anything that I want to double check with you, or that is maybe a low quality logo that won't work with the document, or any other concerns that I have, or maybe updated documents that I need. So I'll play open cards with you so that you can know to make sure that your business has the best foot forward when it comes to presenting it to other companies. Okay, so on part of the September conference, it's a 2-day event. It's the Tuesday and the Wednesday, the 10th and 11th of September. On the first day, it's what we call a closed event, and we have what we call the Smart Supplier Conference. So it's sort of an in-person masterclass session, but there's also elements of procurement professionals or ESD professionals from different companies that have an opportunity to give you a little bit of insights about pressing matters that have come to light throughout the year. So you have a chance to sit and to learn on the morning or during the day of the first day. You have an opportunity to engage with fellow SMMEs, whether they're sponsored by Afrimat or any other company, but there's going to be a large variety of SMMEs part of this event. Our target is to try and get 300 SMMEs from a variety of industries to participate. So it's going to be really big. And then we share with you the presentations at the sessions, and then you get a certificate of attendance, which is something that you can keep for reference going forward. This is what we call our SMME growth tree. It just shows the elements that I have explained to you. But at the September event, we have an additional element that's called the SMME Help Desk. At the SMME Help Desk, you have professionals that can, cover specific subject matters. And this is just another opportunity for you to engage with someone on a face-to-face basis. So maybe your clinic voucher hours was focused on marketing. Now, this was covered maybe between April, May, and June. But as the time goes on, you've picked up that maybe your tax compliance isn't maybe you're confused a bit about your tax compliance or how to make that as effective as you can be, or your BEE affidavit, or how to, if there's anybody that can assist with a BE certificate, there will be professionals that can assist you and talk to you about that face-to-face. It's part of the event. It's a free offering that you can participate in if you wish to. All right, and then there is going to be a supplier matchup at the event as well. Like I said, we want to target at least 30 buyers to participate from a variety of different industries. So it's just something nice to look forward to. So I just want to reiterate that, as Debbie mentioned, this is a partnership between us and Afrimat, as well as yourselves, the SMMEs. And ultimately, we have an abundance of resources to assist your business with market access and with growing your business. And it's up to you to take advantage of those resources that we share with you. Be available to participate in all the elements that we share with you, the SMME masterclasses, the supplier matchups, and any networking opportunities. I did on the WhatsApp group, I shared with you the link to the SMME Clinic WhatsApp group. That is also another method of being part of the SMME community, because there you have an opportunity to any business opportunity. So sometimes businesses will say to Almery or to us, we're sourcing businesses that can specialize in electrical installations for this specific type of business. Do you have anybody within your network? And then we reach out to our current partners, so basically those that are on our current ESD programs, and we go, do you specialize in this? Can you cater for the specific product? And then we share your business details that you've submitted to us with these companies, and that's just more opportunities that can happen for you throughout the year. So be part of the communities and take advantage of the networking that takes place, because you never know if you could, if you don't participate in one, you could miss out in a collab opportunity between another business. So often what happens at our SMME Clinic masterclasses is businesses have an opportunity to put a bit about their business details in the comment section. So then you as a business, if you have an opportunity, maybe a tender comes your way, but you can only facilitate or you can only service one element of the tender, and you need to collab with another SMME in a different, that can cover the different elements of the tender that you can't, but together you can you can get to meet all the requirements of the tender, then that is the platform where you have the opportunity to do that. You're not the only Mpumalanga based SMMEs. There's a wide variety of SMMEs all over South Africa, part of the community. So take advantage of the opportunities between SMMEs and SMMEs. Some SMMEs specialize only in working with SMMEs for specific jobs. So anyway, just a tip, something to look out for, and something that won't be a waste of your business time to be part of. Okay. Throughout the year, we will also be asking some feedback from you. So it's a partnership. We need to understand if there's things that we can improve on. We need to understand if we get things right. If we need to change focus on industries, if there's certain buyers that haven't been had an opportunity for you to meet them, that we can try and press to get that done. So feedback is really vital for us to understand where we are and to make it a successful program for you. So we will often ask you to submit a Google form response link. It's very quick. It takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes of your time, and that helps us to gauge the effectiveness on the program. So please make sure that when that's requested of you, that you do that. So take initiative in the program. So when it comes to opportunities to network, put yourself out there. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. What you may feel is a stupid question may be the same question 5 other people are thinking but are too afraid to ask. So be the one that takes initiative and asks those questions to make sure your business understands completely, what is being spoken about. And then, just your participation in all the elements is really important to making this effective. We have found that SMMEs who participate in the majority of the events, now we understand SMME businesses are usually a one-man show. Often, not all the time, you get businesses that have 3, 4 partners and you all share the load together. So we understand that time is money at the end of the day. And if you are unable to participate in a live event, like an SMME masterclass on the Thursday morning at 8:30, we do make the recordings available to you. So we just ask that if you can't be there at the moment when it's happening, that you take the time to watch the recording so that you can learn a bit more, because we do keep track of that. We keep track of your attendance to show also go back to Afrimat to say, these are the SMMEs that have taken this opportunity and they have made the most of it. These are the ones that truly appreciate the opportunity that you have given. And that is a consideration for Afrimat at the end of the day to go, well, this SMME has potential. They should really show their appreciation. We have opportunity to give them, have them part of the program for another year. Or that, it's a two-way relationship. If you give your part, there is more potential for you in the future. Okay, and then yes, just last one is to network. Always put your business out there. There's never the wrong time to pitch your business, because you might just catch the right person at the right time. Okay, this date is wrong. I apologize for that. Only thing that I need from you guys, I will correct this date before I send the presentation out, is your needs analysis questioning. So in the email that will follow this session, I will put the link for that document, and I'll put it in the WhatsApp group as well. It's a quick questionnaire for us to understand your business better, and we need that questionnaire to be submitted before the consulting sessions can start. So we would like for this questionnaire to be submitted by Friday, the 12th. I believe I did share the link in the initial email last week, but I'm happy to share it again. I think now that you understand a bit more about the program, you will understand the purpose of that link, and hopefully respond and do your questionnaire today already. But by Friday, because we understand everybody's busy, if you can try and do that for us so that next week we can start with the allocations, the interview process, and then do allocations to consultants. So by the 12th, Friday, the 12th of April, we would appreciate that to be submitted, but I will reshare that link in any case today. Okay, and I think that is my story for today. I know I've said and shared a lot of information, so I'm really happy to take a couple of questions if anybody has questions. My contact details are on the screen, but I'm sure you have a part of the, on the WhatsApp group, and I have sent a couple of emails already, but if for any reference you need it, it is in this presentation. But if anybody has a question, you're welcome to raise your hand or put it in the chat, or just take yourself off mute and pose your question. No questions usually means a good thing for me, unless I've intimidated you all to be too quiet. I hope that's not the case. Ultimately, I want you guys to understand that I am here to support you. My colleague Nyasha is on the call as well, and we work hand in hand together in the ESD team, part of Smart Procurement, and we offer what we call a concierge service, and we work with you every day, step by step, to make this a success for you. So if at any point through the program you feel, listen, Paulina, there's this one element, I'm just not getting to it, or I'm struggling a lot to commit to a specific element, or if you're just not fully understanding what one part of the program is about, WhatsApp me. Go, Paulina, sorry about my dogs. Paulina, please can you explain this to me? Or I don't understand this, or whatever the case may be. I'm here. There's no wrong time. There's no stupid question. My main focus is to make you as comfortable and in the know about what's going on in this program as possible. So yeah, I think I've said a lot now, but if anybody has a question, you're welcome to raise it now, or if you prefer to do it more on a one-on-one basis, you're welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to call you, or if you just want to WhatsApp, I'm happy to do that as well. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any questions. I hope that is a good sign. But I think that's all for today. I just really wanted to say thank you again to Afrimat for the opportunity that they've given. This is really a great sponsorship and opportunity for you to participate. And, you know, make the most of this opportunity. Show your appreciation to Afrimat by participating in all the elements and just making the most of it. And yeah, Gussie, I don't know if there's a few seconds or a few words that you want to end off with.
Paulina, thank you so much. I think this is going to be an exciting journey, and thank you for all your efforts. So just to reiterate what you said, please everyone participate and just let us know if there's any questions or concerns. But I think this is going to be very beneficial for all of us. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. And it's so exciting. I hope you guys have an amazing day further. And please feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp if you have any questions. I'm really at your disposal in the right context. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to walking this road with you guys going forward.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.